Obviously, a rough one. Kids fought like crazy and tough emotional rivalry game. I thought they competed, they played really, really hard. You know, wish the result obviously would have been different, especially for our seniors that were honored before the game. They're a great group of kids that have overcome a lot and continue to fight relentlessly for us each and every single day. And we'll continue to give all of ourselves to everything that we have in this program. And again, I said it earlier in the week and in the press conference, and I'll continue to say it. These guys have been great, and they continue to be great in terms of their attitude, their effort, their commitment to the things that we're asking them to do. And there's not a group of kids that I want to celebrate in a locker room with more than these guys. And I know that it'll come because they will stay the course, and they are resilient, and we'll be just fine. But obviously a very tough loss today.
What did you see through your eyes that happened at the end of the extra point?
You know, low snap. Crum got his hands on it. He bobbled it and did a good job of executing our fire call and just didn't make we didn't get out of the pocket to break contain on that thing. But there was numerous plays across the day that could have been made. It was not just those kids, and it's not squarely going to fall on their shoulders. I know that'll get a lot of attention, obviously, but it's not just them. In all three phases, there was plays to be made, and there's calls that we could have made better as coaches as well, first and foremost. But you know, those kids have been really, really, really solid for us, and those are our guys, and I'll ride with them every single day. And Trigger did a great job bouncing back today to get us early points at the start of the game, and knew that would be automatic. Felt that had great confidence with them to go out and execute that thing, and that's happening. That's the first time that's happened, you know. So that obviously an inopportune time for that to happen, but that's happening, and those guys will be automatic down the stretch here.
You called timeout before that. Did you consider going for two at one point there?
Thought about it, you know, but it was more just wanted to make sure, like in the kind of the commotion, that you get one timeout each inning, so to speak, of overtime, right? So I just want to make sure that we were all on the same page and reiterate the protection and things that we were going to do. So, but you know, we're just going to continue to extend the game. Obviously, have the momentum on the offensive score and play for the next top half of the inning, and it felt really good about our execution and where we're at that point in time. So.
At the end of the first half, and when he scored a touchdown, was the run designed because the play kind of looked? Was that a call that he made himself, or?
It's an option that he has on that play, yeah. And, you know, and it's one of those no, yes, you know, type deals, and he did a great job with it. And he knows in that situation that if he's going to do that, he's got to go score, because with 7 seconds left on the clock, you really only have time, you know, for one play, so to speak. But, you know, he did a great job making the play, and it was a big drive right before the half, obviously, to get those points. Great job by the defense to come out and respond and to get that pick by DJ Marshall, you know, to track that ball. He did a fabulous job with us to give that opportunity.
Coach, using that momentum going into halftime, what did you say at halftime? Because that's a huge momentum swing to try to put towards the second half.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing, I just really highlighted the way that the family really took care of each other there, right? To where we didn't get the fourth down, the defense didn't flinch, they came back out, they got the turnover, the offense built off of that, and I said that is exactly who our family is, that we're going to pick each other up regardless of the situation, wherever the ball gets put down, in any situation, offense, defense, special teams, we're going to be ready to play, and that's what they did. And I said the more that we can do of that, the better off that we're going to be. And I saw a lot of that in the second half, which was great, which shows growth, which shows progress, and our kids are really believing in what we're doing, and I love these kids, and I believe in them, and good things are going to come.
Can you kind of just speak to Derek Adams' performance after bounce back? He kind of struggled on the first two punts there, and then just pinning them down at the end of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. Obviously, every single time that we go out with special teams, one of our main goals is to flip the field. And when you have a weapon like Derek that is able to do that, you know, I believe he had 8 punts and averaged, I think, over 45 yards a kick after he kind of knocked off the rust. You know, that's huge, and that's what we expect him to do. He's one of our better players. He's finally healthy again. You know, no fault of his own, but he's worked back and had a really funky injury that I've never been around. But we were patient with it, and as I told you guys in the past, we didn't want to rush him back until that we knew that he was right, so that thing didn't get tweaked anymore. And did a great job, and that's what you need in these games and in all games, that your best players, when they play, they need to play at their best.
Yeah, Woody kind of started out slow, speaking of best players, but really picked it up towards the end. What was it that you think he did to be able to move past his early struggle?
I mean, he made some great not in-season, but in-game adjustments. They did some things defensively, tip of the cap to Coach Bowden and his staff, that they hadn't shown, as you expect in rivalry games, and we knew that going into it, so we had to kind of settle in and see what the flavor of the week was and the way that they were going to defend us, because of what we do. It's a little bit different than what you usually see on tape. So once we got those adjustments to him, and he kind of calmed down and made the right reads, and he was operating the way that we know he's capable of.
Just looking back at this now, these rivalry games are always just so crazy. I mean, there's so many different. I mean, you go through the weather. I mean, you're over there catching punts. As a head coach, I know it's so tough to lose it, but just everything you could ever imagine in a rivalry game, I guess.
Yeah, except for the result, right? You know, but it's one of those things where, again, we've talked about throughout the course of the week, that is what makes college football so special. You know, that you have two teams that, as much as they dislike each other, there is a mutual respect. And you know, Coach Bowden, and he was the first person to sprint across the sideline and say, hey, what a heck of a game. And you're like, yeah, you know, and you kind of take a moment to realize what a special moment that was and what a special game these rivalry games are. But it's a bitter taste when you don't end up on the right side of it, and it's a taste that I probably soon won't forget or get out of my mouth. And that's okay. You'll learn from that, and we'll be better for it, and it'll motivate you and propel you going forward.
What was it like in the locker room?
I mean, what you would expect. A group of kids who put their heart on the line and you know, it came up short. But again, that's it. I've said it before, and one of my favorite poems is that Theodore Roosevelt, Man in the Arena. And even though those kids are hurting, and they're hurting right now because they invested so much, they jumped in the arena. They gave everything that they had, and they'll never stand with the cold and timid souls that don't know victory or defeat. Even though they got defeated tonight, that's part of, you know, they're football players, and that comes with the territory. We know that, but ultimately at the end of the day, they're better young men because of that. They invested in something, they went all in, and even though they came up short, they did it in a worthwhile cause. And I'll ride with them any day of the week because of the way that they go about their business, the way they go about their work, and society will be better because of they're willing to go all in on things, and they'll change the world for the better because of that attitude.
So many plays you go back to. The real strange one in overtime. It was their second down play. He got called for an unsportsmanlike. Did you?
Yeah, the late hit.
Yeah, did you see that play? And if so, what did you think of it?
I saw it.
Any comment on what you might have saw as far as what?
I really like working here. I saw it.
Any other plays that you look back on at this point? I mean, there's so many. I know.
Yeah, there's a lot, and without seeing the tape, you know, you gotta. I need to take a second to look back on that and everything. But you know, there's good and bad. You know, like, I mean, we talked about Woody's play right at the end of the first half. DJ's play at the end of the first half, you know, is huge. And you know, the plays that the defense made on third down to get off the field in critical situations. You know, and then where there's opportunities to kind of see some momentum and build off that where we didn't capitalize offensively. That you got to do a better job in those moments. And again, that comes with growth and development to where we can actually, you know, build kind of that instinct where, hey, there's a little blood in the water and let's go get this thing and end it in regulation and everything like that. So, you know, but we'll learn from it, we'll grow from it, and after we review the tape, we'll know more.
Coach, a little bit of a break here until your next game. Is the 24-hour rule still in place, like always? And how do you go in? How are you guys going into next week? You won't have a game.
Yeah, so 24 hours still in place. So that always, you know, that'll always ride. And then as far as getting into the action schedule and everything, you know, we'll take a little bit more time, and we'll kind of, with the kids' class schedule, find some time to get in some built-in rest. Because like everyone in the country this time of year, we got some bumps and bruises, and anywhere that we can spend a little bit more time in the training room, because as opposed to on the practice field, it is good for us, and we'll get better by getting healthier. So we'll utilize that time, and then have an opportunity to get a great plan together for, you know, a BG team that's very, very dangerous.
Anything else? Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.